There are numerous reasons why we think Melbourne and Victoria is worthy of consideration by property investors, notwithstanding the concerted efforts by the state government and some local councils to force investors to sell up and get as far away as possible from Victoria. Melbourne and Victoria are underpinned by one of the nation's strongest state economies, according to CommSec's State of the States report, and there's been a notable uplift in sales activity since the start of 2024, pointing to elevated price growth as the year unfolds. But perhaps the most compelling evidence pointing to growing strength in the Melbourne market in particular is the latest population data from the Australian Bureau of Statistics. The ABS figures describing population growth in 2023 are largely dominated by Melbourne. While the annual growth rate for Australia was 2.4%, Melbourne rose 3.3%. which was the highest in the nation except for Perth. And the national top 10 list for the fastest growing local government areas in Australia, that's the percentage growth rate for the year, included 3 Melbourne LGAs, the City of Melbourne the number 1 fastest growing municipality in the nation, and the nearby city of Yarra and also the city of Melton in the western suburbs also made the national top 10 list. In terms of LGAs with the largest growth, that's the actual number of people added to the population, 4 of the national top 10 were in Greater Melbourne, the City of Melbourne, and 3 outer ring growth areas, the municipalities of Wyndham, Casey and Melton. At a suburb level, most of Australia's fastest growing suburbs also are in the Greater Melbourne area. That includes the nation's fastest growing suburb, the number 1, which is Rockbank in the western suburbs of the city. Of the top 12 fastest growing suburbs in Australia, 9 are in Greater Melbourne. And of the nation's top 30 fastest growing suburbs, 16 are in Greater Melbourne. Now, to be clear, we're not suggesting that population growth is the overriding factor in choosing where to buy real estate. It's one of many factors to take into account. But considered alongside all the other factors, it's a pretty strong endorsement of Melbourne's prospects. It's a tale of growth. And the remarkable thing is Melbourne hasn't delivered any major price growth recently. Not yet. That, we believe, will emerge later in 2024 and beyond.